All right, the franchise that everyone just loves and adores and talks about all the time, the Mumbai Indians, the Ambani team, you can say, led by Sky again this year. Um, led by Sky for the first few games, led by Hardik Pandya, and let's see how his season's gonna go. So he's gonna miss the first game because he's gonna be banned for slow over rate, and so Sky's gonna take over the first game, I believe, only. And then then Hardy's gonna come back. It's gonna be interesting to see again how that combination works. But I feel like over the year they have improved their relationship, Rohit Sharma and Hardik. But a good squad. What are your initial thoughts about it?
Yeah, no, IPL's favorite child. It's either you love them or you hate them. No in
Yeah,
between, right? No, I think it's Mumbai Indians are, they're the team to watch. They're blockbuster every time. They've got superstar players 1 to 11, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. Especially without Pandya their first game. But let's be real. When was the last time Mumbai's won their first game in the IPL? I think it's been at least 7 years plus. They have this curse or maybe blessing in disguise, if you want to call it, right? But no, lots to unpack here. And basically, because it's a superstar team, the Real Madrid, as some people call it, of the IPL. So no, let's get right
yeah,
into it.
definitely late bloomers when they start the
Hmm.
IPL. But I feel like this time it may be different because this team looks really stacked. So if we start with the batters, some really powerful names in there. Obviously, you got the standard Rohit Sharma and Sky will always. I feel these guys are going to retire as MI stalwarts, and and then some interesting names. Ryan Rickleton, he has been the talk in the South African cricketing circles for the last couple of years now. He's really made a name for himself. I think he had a double century or a century, a really big century, something like that, against I don't know who it was, but it was in Test matches. I believe it was Pakistan, and he's been doing well in the one day format as well. T20. He did well in the SA T20. He actually helped Mumbai Indians, MI Cape Town, win the championship there. And so I feel like he's a great addition to the team amongst the batters. And then you have a lesser known player. I was curious about this guy, Bevan Jacobs. Mumbai Indians have a knack of finding these diamonds in the
They
rough.
have the
Yeah, they
eye.
have the scouts. They somehow are able to unearth these gems. But again, the question mark always remains with foreign batters, especially ones that don't have a lot of experience, is how can they play, how well can they play in Indian conditions, which for a lot of them are very foreign.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great point. And especially with the foreign players rule, some of these international batters will only get a few opportunities up until they make a big score. So, that's just the IPL. It's, cream of the crop, and it's, you really do gotta perform. Otherwise, sometimes there's someone waiting right behind you. And with the Mumbai squad, you got batters who can bat, who are real batters, and you also have all rounders who can bat as well. We didn't even mention Tilak Varma or Mitchell
Will
Satner, a bunch of
Jacks,
those
right?
options as well. So no, Will Jacks, exactly. So this Mumbai team especially, we didn't even get to the bowling, but their hitting power is definitely there. And we've talked about this in comparison to other squads, for example, as Hyderabad, as even Chennai as well. You know, this IPL is going to be quick, and you gotta be explosive. And I think Mumbai has that ability to be explosive from the
Yeah,
get go.
I just thought about who their top four is going to be, and just hear this out. It's going to be Rohit Sharma, Ryan Rickleton. One down's probably going to be
Yep.
Tilak Varma, given that he bats one down for India, and Sky's going to come at number four. That's your top four.
Yeah, yeah, and then hey,
That matches up with SRH.
oh, I'm 100%, 100%. And you can argue that they have maybe a little bit more flexibility than SRH, where you could also put in Will Jacks to come in the top four as well if you're going to use a foreign player. And we know how explosive he is. He's not shy to hit the ball. So no, they have that flexibility and they have that explosiveness in the top four for sure.
Awesome. So we talked a little bit about the all rounders already. Amongst the all rounders, who do you see playing for sure? Obviously, Tilak Varma's going to play. I actually see Mitch Santner playing. He's probably my first choice amongst all
Yeah.
rounders. Obviously, you have Hardik, but I'm talking like the foreign players. What about you?
No, I think as well. I think, Will Jacks maybe will be a backup for one of the few opening spots or maybe even the third spot. But I think, yeah, if you're looking for a reliable all rounder, an international player, all rounder, Mitch Satner, he's had a great year, and he does offer that bowling option as well. Which, as we go down and we talk about the Mumbai Indians bowling department, could be a great weapon to have.
Yeah, yeah. And so speaking of the bowlers, a pretty stacked bowling lineup. Obviously, you have one name in there that's an absolute superstar in Jasprit Bumrah, but he is injury prone right now, recovering from injury, and he may not play the entire season. Nobody's sure yet. That's going to be a big loss, but they have some good people on the list to fill those boots. Obviously, not the entire boot, but at least some of it. And in the stalwarts like Deepak Chahar, they got Trent Bolt in there. They have Karan Sharma. Do you want to put in Arjun Tendulkar in there?
Man, Izzy, you're telling me he's gonna fill in the boots of Jasprit Bumrah? Clip that, someone, please.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Kudos to him for retaining or getting his spot back in the Mumbai Indians teams. Some may say it was definitely bought back. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. Oh man, that last name is worth its
Oh
name in
yeah,
gold.
oh
So,
yeah. Tell me about it. All right, so what do you think of the bowlers? Otherwise, all jokes aside.
no. All jokes aside, I think, yeah, if and when Boomerang comes back, I think the bowling is going to be crazy. You have Trent Bolt, you have Bumrah, and if Hardik is if Hardik is captaining, maybe he'll open bowling as well. But you have those two at least in Bolt and Bumrah to start the
Reese
bowling, and
Topley too.
if Bumrah's not here, Topley as well, and also Deepak Chahar. We know how much he can
Yeah,
swing the ball. Also interesting for him, switching over from Chennai to Mumbai
yeah,
Indians. So, let's see if he has that same spirit as he did in Chennai. But no, I think they have a great bowling department, and they have skillful players everywhere, even younger players as well.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And I could see Mujibur Rahman playing a big part as well, um, in the spin department because that's one area where I
Hmm.
feel like Mumbai, had some good options, but over the years haven't really found someone reliable that they've stuck with. Every year they've changed their leg spinner. I think it started with, did it start with Piyush Chawla? Well, they've had Piyush Chawla, they've had Rahul
For
Chahar,
years, they've had
yeah,
Piyush
they
for
had
years.
Markande for
Yeah,
a bit as well. And they never really
yeah,
stuck with him. I don't know what it was. Maybe they didn't they always felt like there was someone else out there. Um, and this year they've chosen Karan Sharma. But I feel like Mujibur Rahman is going to play a big role, and he's actually going to be my key player for them because their batting and bowling is pretty stacked otherwise, and you know what to expect from all these other players. But Mujibur Rahman could be that key player for them in the middle overs.
yeah. No, I see what you mean there, especially from a spinning department. And then on the point of spinning as well, I think my key player to look out for with a similar rationale is going to be Tilak Verma, because he can offer that spinning option as well. And if he is able to contribute with the bat, I think as we all are expecting him to do, but also with the ball potentially, I think he could be a very key player for Mumbai to really challenge the championship this year.
Okay, okay, I like it. How about from the underrated side?
Ooh, I'm just going down the list right now. I think there's a few players you can talk about. I don't know if you want to call him underrated, but I think Deepak Chahar is a little bit underrated. I think he has been an IPL servant, and he's really proven it with Chennai. But sometimes whenever you look at the Chennai winning squad, sometimes Deepak Chahar is not the first name that pops in your mind, but he's been a reliable player with the ball, and I think he's been a
Especially
little,
in
a
the power
little, little
plays.
underrated when it comes to, yeah, especially in the power plays. It becomes a little bit underrated when it comes to at least getting his flowers in IPL success. So my one's going to be Deepak
Yeah, for
Chahar.
sure. He's a new ball king. Absolutely. Like him and Trent Bolt together is going to be a nightmare to face. So that'll be exciting to watch. I
Yeah.
realized I should have kept Mujib for my underrated player because he also has a point to prove.
Mm,
Can I choose the same player for
yeah.
both?
Hey, man, it's our podcast, our
Let's do
rules.
it. So, well, just to keep it different then, to add a different name, I will go ahead and say Ryan Rickleton because he's known
Okay.
in the South African circles, but he's still making a name for himself internationally. And
Fair,
and I feel
fair.
like he will go under the radar with a lot of teams. And so watch out for him at the top.
Nice, nice, nice. But hey, I think at least one thing we can agree on is Mumbai year after year, blockbuster players, and they always have a story that goes along with their team every year. I think last year was a little bit an unfortunate one with the Pandya captaincy, but as you mentioned earlier in the pod, hopefully that's all behind them now because we love to see Mumbai really challenge themselves and really push the other teams to really perform their
So Final
best.
Four?
Oh yeah, that's my 100%. I think my final four, it was Punjab, it was SRH, it was um, Mumbai, and then Chennai.
Okay. So you already named your Final Four. Wow. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I
already
mean,
done.
it's hard to go past Mumbai. It's really hard to go past Mumbai, and it's really hard for me. I mean, I also am a fan of Mumbai in my heart, but
Buddy, you're a Mumbaiker. You're part of the MI Paltan.
oh man, this is tough because I've named like I'm on the same page as you. I named Chennai, Punjab, and
You're on the
and
cusp.
SRH.
Yeah.
Now I regret saying Punjab going all
Uh-huh.
the way.
Wow, that's crazy. The first one off your list already. And we didn't even start the season. And we didn't even play one game.
Yeah, and we still have more teams to talk about.
Delhi's still there. Gujarat is still there. Yeah,
Yeah.
we still got a few teams.
It's tough. You know what? I'm gonna say they're gonna finish fifth, and they're gonna lose out on a spot on net run rate. They're gonna lose out on a spot on net run rate.
That's crazy shout. That's a crazy shout.
Yeah.
Oh, but hey, that'd be crazy if that
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, it'll be a fun season if that happens. It'll be a fun season. All right, awesome. Good place to end it. We'll see you on the next one.